YouTube. Hello to any new subscribers and all the old ones. I haven't made a video for a while because me and my girlfriend have just had a baby, and as anyone knows that's had a baby, it takes up quite a bit of time, so I haven't been able to go to the woods or anything. But then again, as anybody knows that's had a baby, it's well worth it. Anyway, I'm going to make some Tinder card today. So here's some wax I had left over here that I tipped into a container and it come out like that. So this has been melted already. But I made some cotton wool balls out of this, where you do the same thing, you melt it, but you need to keep an old pan ready because they don't clean out very well, so I just keep this old pan for anything like that. You melt it down, you dip your cotton wool balls in it, same thing. But today we're going to be making Tinder card. This is all for firelighting. So I've got my wax, got my saucepan, old saucepan, and then here as card I've got some 24-hour ration packs. So now I'm going to cut this up into some suitable sizes. Okay, so I've cut my ration box up into small pieces of Tinder card. Obviously when you're doing this you've got to, well, it's nice to make sure you don't use the bits like this that have got the packing tape on it and stuff like that, because it's just going to give you a funny odour that you don't really want. So I've probably got more than enough there, but let's see. Trim off any of these. Yeah, there's probably too much, far too much there, but we'll see. It's better to have too many because it's only going in the recycle bin anyway. So then you get this, turn your pan on. Obviously you can do this over fire outside if you want, or anything like that. Take the heat down a bit. It does not take much to melt. Candle wax, obviously, as you know. So yeah, you just melt this away, slowly melts. I'll come back to you when it's melted. Just got to keep spinning it around like you would melting some butter or something like that. It takes a little bit longer than butter, but yeah, you don't want to boil it all off. So I'm going to turn that off now. So I think that's pretty much done. And what I'm going to do is just chuck bits of the card in there. Make sure it gets immersed fully, but you don't want to soak up too much that you use it all on one piece of card, which I may well have done because I'm trying to film this with one bloody hand. Yeah. So you just pick some bits up, throw them in, pick a piece up, throw it in. Obviously this is hot candle wax, so you've got to be a bit careful with it. You don't want to be sticking your fingers in there unless you've got some sort of candle wax fetish. Okay, so I've soaked all my pieces. Now I'm just laying them to dry on a fresh piece of kitchen roll, because obviously it sticks to it a little bit here, but that doesn't matter, it's all going to burn. I actually had to cut some more pieces off in the end because I didn't have enough there, so it just goes to show what that amount of wax will do. I think that, to be honest, I think that was only 4 tea light candles there. Maybe one more, but yeah, so 4 tea light candles does about all that. And then I'll come back when these are dry and I'll just light one over the stove quickly just to show you its burn time and all that sort of stuff. Okay, so we're pretty much dried out now. Might dry out a little bit more, but I can still show you how it works. By the way, the best way to clean the pans, I find, if you like that one, I do clean it. I mean, I should generally just use it for that, but if you do want to reuse it, just reheat it over here, let it all melt, and then clean it out with kitchen towel. Right, so go for a big bit. So this is it, so lightweight, it's obviously ridiculous. Obviously you want to use some matches or a lighter with this, I've never tried to use it with a fire still. I'm sure it would work. So yeah, there we go, we're flaming. You can see that's... Don't know what, I'm going to lay it in the sink, might put it out, hopefully not. You've got to do this sort of thing when your girlfriend, your partner, your mum, whoever you're living with isn't at home, because they moan about this sort of shit. Burning stuff in the sink and that, so yeah, I'll just do it when they're out. But yeah, you can see for what that is, I mean, as long as you've got all your materials ready for your fire, you're going to be easily lit by now. If it's a bit damp, then obviously you've got the time there to hold it over the top. The only reason this is going out halfway is because it's in the sink, and obviously the sink's wet. So that even goes to show you can lay it on a wet surface and it will light because of the wax. Yeah, it's really good stuff. For what it is, you know. For a piece of wax I wasn't even using and some cardboard that was going in the bin. Basically free materials. Got myself a nice little fire lighter. And like I say, this lights a lot better when it's not in the sink, but I don't really want to burn a plate and have to wash that up as well. But yeah, look, it just keeps going and going. They're not as good as the cotton wool balls in wax, they last a lot longer. Obviously they're a denser material and the wax really gets into them. They're better, but you know, I had this laying about and like I say, it's free. Okay, so here we have the finished product. 2 pieces here in this little bag, which I'm going to stick in my survival pouch because they weigh nothing, don't take up any room, and they're good, obviously. And then these ones just keep in this bag so they stay nice and fresh and dry. Put them in the drawer with the other Tinders. Lovely, thanks for watching, bye.